Good morning, guys. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look here this morning at Arcblock slash USDT or Tether. It's the 11th of April. We're taking a look here at the markets once again this morning. Welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate all of you. Arcblock currently down 0.59% this morning, this April Thursday morning. Got a little bit of resistance in play here. We're going to talk about that level. We're going to talk about the cup with handle target. We're going to talk about also some lower targets here for Arcblock. So hang in there. We'll drop into Bitcoin as well towards the end of this video. Quick recap, guys. So we have Arcblock here in a very, very nice rounding bottom here with a pullback, or known as a handle. We had a breakout beginning over here on the 3rd of April, a little bit of continuation on the 4th, and then some real continuation on the 5th, followed by a couple big green days right into some resistance level. So this cup with handle that started, basically back over here on the 23rd of February, and then really finished up on the 2nd of April. Had a upper price target. So this will be Arcblock slash Tether daily chart gate IO. 306 was the perfect scenario that we would hit. Taking a look, if you go back to a couple videos back in the Arcblock here, we had the 289 287 targets on this chart for a while. So those are not new. And so far, the 289.5 level is where, and 287, but the 289 is our highest one. That's where resistance came into the market. That's the highest levels that I had on the market here for Arcblock. So it's interesting. Once again, you see how these levels have a play on the charts for the different cryptos and stocks that we cover. So we didn't hit 306, but we got real close. Looks like we hit a high of $3, which would have been yesterday, which is very, very nice. Getting a little bit of resistance we had yesterday also, which would have been the 10th of April. That was a bearish engulfing pattern. So basically, Arcblock printed a new high and a new low and closed lower. That is not the greatest thing to see as a bull. This candle right here is not the greatest thing to see. We closed also below, or right at our, let's see here, we closed at 270. I have a resistance level, or actually in this case, it would have been potential support at 271. We closed slightly below that, and we're trading right at that level today at 269. So that's the area that you would want to see Arcblock find support at. Right now, it's where we're at, so that's the level. Obviously, if we start to fade lower, we have 253, and 245, 243 are all below the market. That's the 253, 245, as well as 243. That's the yellow, orange, and reddish line right there. So those are something to keep your eye on today. We'll see if Arcblock can continue to rally back to the upside, but I gotta say, after yesterday's candle, that is not a very strong sign. Of course, we can reverse, but after making such a large run, hitting my resistance level at 289, at least, of course we traded a little higher. Like I said, we traded up to $3. But at some point, usually you'll see the market pull back to these levels I have, whether it's a market that's trending lower that finds support, or a market that's trending higher like this and finds resistance and then eventually rolls over. So more than likely, this market is going to trade sideways to lower, at least for now. Areas of support to the downside, taking away my levels. So just on the pure trading action, you have the highs over here, which are 239. That puts you right in this level. It's going to put you right below my level at 243 right in here. That was old resistance that you could see be flipped into support. It's an old high all the way over to our left-hand side, the high of the cup part of the pattern. You also have a potential level of support down here. You have the high of the cup here, the handle, excuse me, that would have been $2.08. That puts you right below my level at 211. Potential area here, turning old resistance into support, including all of my levels in between. Any of these levels could be a support area, and the markets could actually continue back to the upside. But one, hitting the resistance at 289. Two, having made such a large run. Three, having a bearish engulfing pattern yesterday. I would not be surprised to see these markets sideways to not lower, at least for now. But it could change. If we get a very bullish candle today, of course, that could change. But there's a couple things lining up right now that are telling us, hey, this market needs to cool off for a bit and, get its footing once again. And like I said, that could just be sideways, but it could also be down lower. And if that's the case, no problem. We have levels to watch below the market for some support. So far, you can see support at this 271 level. You can see it here on the 9th. We dipped below it on the 8th, but closed above it. Yesterday, we closed right at it, and right now we're trading right at it as well. So we'll see if it holds, or do we head down to 253. A couple levels below the market that we want to talk about here for Arcblock that are new, that are quite a bit lower. A lot of you aren't going to be too excited about this unless you're looking to buy more or you're bearish. So we have two new levels below the market, quite a bit below the market, I should say. Doesn't mean we're heading right there today, but they're important longer term. $1.50, 150 is a new level that would obviously take you below the lows of the 2nd of April, which were very important. They were a higher low. They were also the low of the handle within the cup with handle pattern. So $1.50. Of course, we still have our other ones there at 149, 136. We also have one way down here at 91 cents. So like I said, I'm not saying the markets are going down there, but the same as where the markets are now, if the markets end up here, this is an area to pay attention to. $1.50 and 91. So keep your eyes on those if the markets get down to that level. Like I said, I'm not saying they're getting down there, but just like we're paying attention to 271 because that's where the market's at right now. And then if the market heads lower, what's the next level? 253. So that's what I'm watching anyways, guys. And then, of course, to the upside, if we do get a change here and this bearish engulfing pattern is just a one-day wonder and we start to really, really rally here, well, we have plenty of levels to watch. So we have all of these here all the way back up to 289. So I'll just name them off here. So we have 271, which is just where we're at now. We have 278, 279, 287, 289. We have the cup with handle 306, and then we have the fibs that are still, they're still valid. They're still in play if we start to rally, which would be the 1618 at 331, the 2618 up there at $5.61. And then we have my all-time high targets, between $8 to $10, 8 to 10 US dollars. And then we have the 3618 fib at 951 falling at the upper end of that range. So let's see, let's not forget, I should say, that from the lows, the most recent higher low to our highs here, right about there, we've moved, over 80%. Very nice move from the cup with handle breakout. The markets from the entry to the highs have moved, 40+%. We're currently sitting up from that about 30 And then if you take the higher low, the cup with handle, higher low, you're up about 68. It's made a big run. You know, a slight pullback is very normal. Just want to keep an eye on it because that's how markets can start, you know, can end their uptrend is if you can spot it early, you know, you're out early before it really, or I should say, before you watch your gains all disappear. So let's see what happens. This thing could pull back quite a bit before any real concern, and it would still be a higher low. So right now, our major higher low is right here at the 2nd of April. So anywhere in here we could pull back to, find support, and then start to rally again. And that would still be fine. We'd still be in an uptrend, and it would still be a higher low. But right now, looking for support at somewhere around here with our levels. And we want to take out the highs over at $3. I believe the highs are $3. Yeah, yesterday we put in a new high at $3 even. So to break above that, obviously that would be a higher high, and that would be quite bullish. And I should say, we will fill in some more upper price targets here in the near future if we start to get a trend back higher in price, back to the upside. So let me know your thoughts on Arcblock, where it's going. Are we heading lower? Are we heading sideways? Are we heading higher? You think I'm completely wrong? Feel free to share whatever you want down in the comments. Let's drop over to Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin is up to. We got hit pretty hard yesterday once again over in the U.S. stock market. Like I said, I am flat. I've been out of the U.S. stock market futures for a couple days now as it started to flash some warning signs. And then yesterday was another continuation to the downside. So we'll see if it short-lived and we continue to rally again. But anyways, Bitcoin, we are testing once again, guys, 71,335. Major resistance going back to the end of March. We ended up rolling over, finding some support down there at 64,375 level, just above it. Tried to break out on the 8th of April, past the 71,335, actually got a close above it. Got a major pullback on the 9th. We tested that level again at 68,748 on the 10th. Today we are rallying up, but finding resistance again at 71,335. So we'll see. I mean, this thing doesn't look ready to roll over. It's looking like it wants to make a very large move to the upside, guys. Putting in new highs would get us above our resistance at 73,494. And then we have two targets above that, which would put you at 74,958, 80,614, guys. $80,000 Bitcoin. And then we also have two longer term targets, 96,626. And we have another up there at $130,000 Bitcoin. $130,000. But today we watch 71,335. We watch 73,494, 74,958. And then, of course, below the market, 68,748, 66,32. That'll probably keep us out of trouble for the day. I don't think we'll move much more than that, either higher or lower. So let's see what happens, guys. Bitcoin looks ready to break out. We just have to put in a new high here and hold. And that will be great for the rest of the markets. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, taking time out of your day. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. All links down below. Does help support the channel. You guys have a great day. Of course, not financial advice.